What is up, everyone? Here is another edition of Previews and Predictions. Woo! The bite-size edition. We're going to break it up a little bit because we talk so much. The videos are way too long. I don't even want to sit through them. Anyway, I'm Jimmy. This is Monty. We're doing Inter Milan versus Roma. Maybe one of the biggest games of the weekend. The game's happening on Friday night. This one's going out first for you suckers, but we got more coming. Don't you worry.
Yeah.
Monty, you're going to go first. This is the format. We pick a reason why each team is going to win. He's going with Inter, of course, and I'm going with Roma, Roma, Roma. I almost fell over. I'm so emotional just singing it.
Over that there. Jeez.
Okay,
Your
that's one
great.
reason. Second, you got to pick a player to watch. And then third, why your team might lose. And then we'll make our prediction. Cool? You get to go first because you're the home team. You're the home team.
Okay.
I've already lost my voice. I'm so emotional.
I know.
Roma, Roma,
Maybe you should
Roma.
stop singing. So I'm going to jump in to talk about why I think Inter Milan is going to win this game.
That's right.
Okay, so the reason why Inter, or Inter, however you want to call it, I think every video we're just going to talk about pronunciations here. Inter, they're going to win it because they're the best team in the league. I think did I just win it? Do we just, all right,
You
skip,
can just
next
say
video.
they're really, really good.
They're really
good. On paper, they're better than Roma and all that. Yeah.
Best record. They've only lost one game, and that was against Juventus, a 2-1 loss to Juventus. That was all 3 goals in that game were scored by Argentinians. I just want to throw that in there. Not anything to do with my point at all. They have the second best defense. They have the second best goal differential. They're just killing it. They're just doing amazing. And, you know, this is probably the first team in a long time that can actually fight Juventus and actually win the Scudetto. What was it, 8 years in a row that Juventus has won the Scudetto? So they have a real big challenge here, and I think they can do it. And they're playing at home against a team that's also doing real good. But what do you think? Why can Roma?
Okay, so
here?
I have a couple points here, as I always do. What I'm going to say is Roma's pretty hot at the moment. They've won 5 out of the last 6 Serie A matches. So have Inter.
Yes.
So that really doesn't mean as much. I will say, though, Roma have the second best defensive record away from home.
Okay.
Okay? Only Cagliari has a better one.
Cagliari.
Yeah, sure. I'll never get it. I don't care. I'm over it. I love the club. They're really nice and great. I just can't pronounce your
Although
name.
their fans are a little racist. But go on.
I will say, in Juve's defense, they have a very good home defensive record. I don't think there are going to be a lot of goals scored in this one. So I don't know if Roma's going to win, but I don't think they're going to lose. So that's kind of my angle
I know
there.
what your predictions are going to be.
Well, it's not 2-2, you suckers. I see where you're going with this.
Okay.
I think the team is playing really well right now. Kluivert's out. Dzeko's coming off a fever. Zaniolo comes back into the team. So I like a little bit of their mix of youth and old.
Yeah.
But is it enough to get full points against Inter, who are one of the class teams not only in Italy but in all of Europe, against a Conte team who's going to be well prepared? I just don't see it happening, but I can see them not losing.
Yes. Okay.
So that's what I'm going with.
Player to watch.
Go ahead.
Going back to the racism, the guy who suffered a lot of racism, I think he's the player on the team that's just doing a great job. Everyone, I'm talking about Romelu Lukaku.
Oh, I thought you were going with Lautaro Martinez.
Has he been dealing with a lot of racism too?
No, he hasn't.
I mean, maybe. I don't know.
Not like Romelu Lukaku.
Not like Romelu Lukaku. Lukaku, for me, is somebody that he's one of a big delegation of ex-Man U players that are proving Man U wrong.
I have one on my team, Chris
You
Smalling.
do, exactly.
Let's go.
Exactly. So
Thanks, Manchester United.
That was my hook to you there.
Thanks, man.
But yeah, so Lukaku, I mean, he's the leading goal scorer with I think 10 goals right now for Inter this season.
Yeah.
He's just a player to watch. He proved it with Everton beforehand. Whatever happened to Manchester United, I'm sure he just wants to X that out.
Right.
He's been doing great for Belgium as well. Yeah, so he's the guy to watch. And I think for sure, if there's a score, if there's a goal, Lukaku will definitely be on it.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think that's a good player to watch, and he's been very good. And I'm excited to see how well he's been performing, frankly, because he got so much grief at Manchester United. It's nice for him to basically give a finger to everybody that doubted him.
over here, exactly.
Now, I will say with regard to the player that I think we should watch is Edin Dzeko, the 9 on Roma, because he is coming off a fever, and whatever he says, I just don't see him being 100%.
Yeah.
I know that he's been working through his fever and he should be okay.
Yeah.
But if you've gone a couple days without being full health and you're trying to catch up, it's just going to slow you down. So I expect him to be good for maybe 60 minutes, but he's got to do a lot in those 60 minutes if we're going to have a chance.
Can I do a comparison here? Can I do a comparison that you will never have thought this would ever happen? I'm going to compare Dzeko to Michael Jordan. Is this his fever game? Is this his flu game or whatever it is?
No.
And then he just goes off.
Goes for 60
points and I don't know how many Michael Jordan scored, and
I don't know.
Score 60 in a soccer game.
I'd like to think that Inter Milan are a little bit better than the Utah Jazz when that flu game happened.
That's true. That's true.
That's fair.
Utah
Okay.
Jazz were pretty good back then.
They were pretty good. Okay, so one reason why Inter might lose.
Okay, because Roma is also on fire. Pretty much what Inter's been doing lately, Roma's been doing the same.
Yeah.
So this is probably going to be the, obviously the game to watch. It's kind of weird. It's on a Friday. I know they have Champions League games to deal with as well. But there's also a lot of pressure. And Inter, sorry Inter fans out there, but Inter when it comes to pressure lately have kind of crumbled at times. We can go back to the Borussia Dortmund game where they were up and then they lost.
Yeah.
So those are the little inconsistencies that they've had. If they aren't 100% focused against this great Roma team, they can find themselves suffering. That would be the only reason why I think Inter might lose this game.
Okay, I think the word great might be a little bit too much. I think Fonseca has done very well as a manager, but they're still in 5th, and they have a lot of work to do. I just think Inter has better players. I think they're a little bit more organized. I think they're a little bit farther along in buying into the philosophy and having success with the philosophy with Conte as opposed to what Fonseca's done. I think Fonseca's done, like I said earlier, done a good job of merging kind of young and old, and I think the future's bright for Roma. I just don't see them getting the result that they maybe want. They're definitely not getting a win. And I just think Inter maybe has too much talent in certain areas. I will say, though, that Inter doesn't have Sensi or Gagliardini.
You're really good with all these G's.
I'm awesome. And they're missing Asamoah as well. So their midfield, maybe there's a weakness there that Roma can exploit. But I just think that Inter's got too much class. Prediction.
My prediction is 2-1 Inter. And if my prediction's a failure, it'll be a bigger failure than Adriano.
You can't see it.
Oh, you can't see it. There you go. It'll be a bigger failure than Adriano. Because I think they're going to take the 3 points out of this game. I mean, they're just rolling. And yes, they are missing a lot of key players, but I think Inter, for some reason, whatever, they found it this season. They have a great coach, and I think they're going to be able to take the 3 points.
Okay, I respect that. My prediction is 1-1. I'm going
oh
1-1.
my goodness.
No,
Okay.
I think that's
Okay.
fair.
That's fair.
I mean, I think
fair.
that's a realistic prediction.
If you said 2-2, I was going to push you off this bridge.
No. It's not going to be 2-2. Roma's definitely not scoring 2 goals in this one. Hopefully they can hold Inter to 1. What I will say, though, even though I'm a Roma supporter, there's a part of me that wants Inter to win this game because I'm tired of Juve winning the goddamn Scudetto every single year.
Same
and if they're going to win it, they have to beat Roma. They have to win this game. So I'm a little bit torn in some ways.
Exactly.
But we'll see what ends up happening.
If you're a fan of any Italian team, you always hate Juventus. So I'm sure if there's any situation to make Juventus not win anything, you'll always root for that.
That's true. Yeah, that's what I'm going with.
Nice.
So you know his prediction, you know mine. What is your prediction? If you get it exactly right in the comments below, I'm going to pick 3 winners. You're going to get some dope-ass stickers. You heard it here. All right, Monty and I are out. Later.